Welcome to FACEIT Combatives Integrated.
All right, Todd Durgan here with William Fu Corin. We're going to go through the third class lever. As you see on my right side with the graphic here, you see the rearranged elements of the lever, different than the first class, different than the second class. Okay, so now we talk about application of a third class lever. Third class lever is like a hammer, okay, likened to a hammer or a fishing pole, okay, one of William's personal favorites. Okay, so this hammer, and if I have this, if I had a stick in my hand, you can see where this rotation, this is the axis, thank you sir, okay, this is the axis, this is the lever, okay, and the load is out at the end. It's whatever I'm whacking with this stick or with this hammer, okay. So all the effort's in here, the axis is here, okay, the rotation. It's really kind of a different look than looking at this thing when you're looking at the graphic. For example, if I put the graphic on here and you see this, okay, then you can see how it kind of works. Now, because it's so tight to the fulcrum, you don't really see the effort here. If I just hold this fulcrum here and I put some weight here, okay, just put some weight here, and I have to lift, and don't fight it, and I have to lift that, okay, that's the load, I have to lift that, it looks completely different than when I'm doing this, okay? So, as we look at this application, okay, third class lever, okay, we'll look at this, let's switch sides. We'll look at this in an application of crossing talons. So as he grabs, oh, I have that second class lever. Then I turn this up. Now this becomes the fulcrum, and I drop this, okay? And as I drop this on the line, this is the effort, this is the load, okay? As you can see clearly with the graphic overlaid, I have my fulcrum, my effort, and my load, okay? And it makes it really simple. Now you remember earlier I said sometimes it's hard to see the actual advantage that I would gain with a third class lever, okay? But when we look at it with joint locks, it becomes the most prevalent class of lever and leverage in the martial arts with regards to joint locks and manipulations, okay? Good. Okay, so how would I use this with the stick? Okay, well with the stick, it's a little bit different. We already talked about how we're whacking with it, okay? It's basically, this is my weapon. I have my striking surface here, I have the fulcrum here and here. So we've already talked about that. So with the stick, it becomes this striking weapon. But with a joint lock, okay, it's completely different. The application where the fulcrum and the effort kind of separate from each other and move down the line of action, or the lever, or the lever, okay, and then we can really see it, okay. So this kind of closes them together, and that joint locking kind of opens them up. And depending on the distance between the fulcrum and the effort and the load will determine or dictate how difficult or easy it is to make that manipulation. All right, that's a class 3 lever. Really look at where these are in your system and in your techniques as you're going through them, and try to envision how to be more proficient with them with regard to what's moving and what isn't moving, what should move and what should not move. Okay, good. Todd Durgan, founder of FACEIT Combatives. Thank you very much.